All right, good morning, family. Good morning, Facebook family. We welcome you today to New Community Christian Center Church. We're going to do something a little different at the beginning of our service. Today's message is called Doing What You've Never Done Before. And today we're going to start out with someone who's at our church, Dr. Goodwin. We're going to just do a small panel asking some questions to set up the backdrop for the message that I'll be teaching today. So first of all, we got Lady Van Dyke. You want to wave at them? All right. Good morning. And we got Dr. Melissa Goodwin. Y'all, there we go. All right. Amen. 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 So First Lady's going to ask Melissa a couple of questions, and we want you guys to kind of listen in on to how it's going to set us up for the message today.
Amen. Well, good morning. And Pastor sort of let the cat out of the bag.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I did it again.
Yes. First, I want to start off by saying congratulations to all the graduates of 2020. Those that are in the house this morning with us, can we give them a shout? I put this slide, and it talked about graduation. It's the pursuit of excellence, discretion, initiative, understanding, along with the capacity to do things at a higher calling. There's just so many different things that this slide represents that comes along with graduation. And we all know whenever we get to a point where we graduate or move from something, it would take something from us, and we would have to go above and beyond the normal of what we're used to doing. So we know we're in the midst of COVID-19 right now, and we think that COVID-19 is slowing us down. But God has a better plan for all of us, amen?
Amen.
And the reason that we invited Melissa to join us this morning, and Pastor called her Dr. Melissa before we got a chance for Melissa to answer the question on what she has actually done, amen? But Melissa is a member here in New Community, and she works in the health profession. She's a nurse in the health profession. And over the last several years and through this COVID-19 pandemic, she's actually been working towards her doctorate degree in nursing.
Amen.
And she just completed her defense, she completed her dissertation, and now she is Dr. Melissa Goodwin. Amen?
Amen.
And so Pastor answered the first question. The first question on the list is, tell us what your most recent achievement was.
I'm sorry.
And he wrote the question. But Melissa, we're glad you joined. And as I said earlier, we're excited for everyone that is able to actually make it through COVID-19 and go to the next step and graduate. We've got some high school seniors that are now starting their college careers. We've got people that may have gone from student to LPN, all different types of certifications. And when we get in a pandemic, it might be hard to be able to continue to go on because everything else around us is so out of order. But God has a plan in our lives. So we just wanted to talk to Melissa right briefly. Can you just tell us briefly about your most recent achievement?
Of course. My doctorate in nursing practice, better known as a DNP. Yes.
Yeah.
And did COVID play a role in what did you do your defense on?
So my defense was on low health literacy impact on congestive heart failure patients' readmissions. So, which is dear and near to my heart. Of course, I love nursing, or else this degree would have been pursued. But what role do we play in helping other people? Congestive heart failure patients are often criticized, or they're not doing what they're supposed to do, or you didn't listen to me, and they're just non-compliant. I was like, a little bit more to this story. Digging a little deeper, health literacy is huge. And as Pastor and First Lady heard, because they were able to be a part of my defense, which I am so happy, because Pastor prayed for me before I did my final defense. And more than me presenting my defense, I shared with Brother Tyrone that was huge, near and dear to my heart, that my pastor was able to pray for me before I did my final defense.
Amen.
Because, of course, I prepared to that point, but that was all. And I'm going to tell you this, Pastor, one of my colleagues, as I told you that several of my colleagues were on that I invited to the defense. One of my colleagues, she's trailing behind me. We're holding each other's hands so that, passing the baton so that she'll be next. She said, when your pastor prayed for you, I started crying. That meant so much. And as I'm sharing with you now, I told her that was my nearest and dearest moment outside of my chair saying, well, let me be the first to congratulate you, Dr. Goodwin.
That's what the body's all about. And what drove you to, because what are you teaching about today? What's your message?
Doing what you've never done before.
Doing what you've never done before. And this is something that you've never done before.
I've never done before. At New Community, pastor listened to me. He listens to everybody, so he knows the vision board is huge for me. So, the Bible tells us those without a vision will perish. So your vision is your dream. I am a self-pusher. Negativity, I don't let take over my life. I can do this. If Christ strengthens me, I can do this. And COVID wasn't gonna stop me. I can do this. It's on my vision board. I'm getting this checked off.
Amen. Has anyone else in your family ever achieved this?
No. I'm the only person in my family. Actually, I don't know if all the members even here knows. Of course, I originally became a nurse and I was a diploma RN, and then and Terry's been through this whole ride with me. And then I went back and got my bachelor's, and then I went back and got a master's, emphasis in education. I have a postmaster's in health systems leadership, which is still in nursing, and now my doctorate in nursing practice, which is the highest degree that a nurse can receive. That is your expert advanced practice nurse.
Amen. And the reason that Pastor wanted to have Melissa come talk to us this morning is because, as I said, with society the way it is today and everything that's going in the world that we live in, we sometimes get distracted by everything that's going on. COVID has totally turned us around. We can't even come together in church like we had before. But it still does not negate what God has ordained for us to do in our lives. So we just need to make sure that we take this time as a time of difference and use it to our benefit.
Yes.
Use it for something positive that will help impact our lives. Because God has given us all gifts and the body needs all gifts. Amen. We were fortunate at this ministry with Melissa being part of this ministry when we would get on our Zoom calls and on our midweek calls. We say, okay, what's going on with COVID? Because we had someone right in the midst of that particular profession that could tell us what's going on. And whatever it is that God has given you the gift and ordained you to do it to the best of your ability and don't stop.
Yes.
Let it be something that you have never done before, because the body needs all of our gifts.
Yes.
Amen. It needs every gift that we have. And as we can bring our gifts together, we could go out and impact the world more. Amen. Everybody brings something to the table. So, Pastor, you ready for a word?